Hi Mark, how you doing? Just wanted to get a bit of a feedback out to you from our session this week in the studio. Um, really good session. You're not too worried about your iron play, but this year you've been particularly struggling off the tee, and the quality of your iron shots are not really matching up with the quality of your drives. So the first thing we did was hit some iron shots on the launch monitor and have a bit of a look at how you deliver the club with your iron. And you'll see on the left I've got your average path, which was 5 degrees up the right side, and that allows you to hit a nice soft draw. Then we hit some shots on the launch monitor with your driver, and had a look at the difference between how you delivered your iron to how you deliver the driver, and the path was a couple of degrees left. Driver shots high right was your main worry, high launch and also high spin. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But if we run through your iron swing, the way that you pivot the body at the start and the way that you draw the club back is slightly different to what you do with the driver. It's much more outside with the driver and much steeper. So you'll see there's a key difference there's a key difference to a contributing factor to the difference in your iron and your driver. And that's all we worked on really, Mark. Just trying to draw the driver back on the inside a little bit more. To you, it felt like the club was more behind you. It felt like you was going to hit the ball a long way left, but actually, when we got into it, you hit very few left, and you did hit some shots with a nice draw. You kind of looked at the length of your swing, and you kind of said it looks a fraction long, and it's longer than what you thought. Maybe long term, if you could finish somewhere there, that might help you to deliver the club a little more consistently. But in the short term, you didn't want to change too much. So we were aware it's a little long, but we didn't really do much on that. Same again. I mean, long term, if you could maybe finish somewhere there, it gets a little long. But pretty good. With regard to launch and dynamic loft, when we got you with your driver hitting a little bit more out to the right, 4 or 5 degrees out to the right, with the face marginally close to that path to hit your draw, the dynamic loft did lower. Your launch angle, your vertical launch, did lower, and your spin rates did lower. You had average club speed of 105 using an X-Flex shaft. We did actually tinker around with the shaft to see if we get a little bit more carry, and we gained 10 yards of carry by dropping you into the Diamana whiteboard 70-gram stiff. So rather than you using an X-Flex shaft, we dropped you down to the stiff. So that was a Diamana whiteboard 70-gram stiff. That matches up to what you've got in your fairway. We also set the hosel 8.5 left. Mark, I hope this has helped. Just a little bit of takeaway, really, just to get the club a little bit more on the inside, allowed you to swing a little bit more up the right. Give me some feedback, Mark. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.